So after 9 whole episodes spread out over 9 weeks, The Last of Us Season 1 is finished. It is done. It is over. Now, I had planned on reviewing every single episode as and when I saw them each week, but clearly, obviously, I didn't get around to doing that. So now that the season is over, I thought I would do a full review on the show as a whole. So here is my review of The Last of Us Season 1. Now, the eagle-eyed regular viewers amongst you, or two of you, will notice that I normally do my reviews sat in my car going to top of the head when I have a little bit of time before work. But I'm trying to be a bit more serious, I guess. Well, as serious I can get with these reviews now going forward. We're going to try something a little bit different. We're going to do what I thought was good, I'll give a plus. What I thought was bad, well, not bad, but could be improved upon, what detracted from it for me, will give a minus or a negative point, and then I'll give my final review score at the very, very end. So kicking off, we'll start with all the things I did like, all the things we're going to put in the plus column. Starting off with the acting performances. I thought this show was perfectly cast. I know when this show was first announced that a lot of people wanted Troy Baker and Ashley Johnson to reprise their roles as Joel and Ellie because they're just so good at it in the games. However, Pedro Pascal and Bella Ramsey were fantastic. They were absolutely perfectly cast. I know there's a little bit of backlash when Bella Ramsey was first announced. People wanted like Millie Bobby Brown to be in it, but Bella Ramsey absolutely owns this performance as Ellie. Pedro Pascal was also fantastic. The performances they give, the gravitas, the emotion, the things that they leave unsaid, but you get what they're saying by not saying anything. It is just so good. They were fantastic in this, and I cannot wait to see them again in the next season. Supporting cast as well were Anna Torv, Gabriel Luna, Nico Parker, Melanie Linsky, Nick Offerman. I'm forgetting loads of people. I apologize if they are randomly watching this somehow, but everyone in this show was absolutely pitch perfect, fantastic. This was just so well cast and so well performed. Next in the plus column, to use its official term, the mise en scène, the look of this show, the scene setting, the production design, the cinematography. This show looks visually amazing. It is just so well set. This looks like a world that has just gone to hell. I know a lot of it was blue screen CGI for the backgrounds, but you can't tell. The effects in this were fantastic. The physical effects, the makeup on the infected, and the wounds, and just looked so good. The infected who were stuck in walls, the clickers, the boomers slash bloaters were just, they looked amazing. More practical effects. If you keep going with this blue screen that you're doing, it looks amazing. I can't wait to see more of this in the second season. Next one in the plus column was episode 3, Long Time, which for me was the best episode in the entire season. I thought it was fantastic, a lovely deviation from the source material. It is a story so beautifully written, so beautifully shot, so beautifully performed about two men finding love with each other in the most ridiculous, horrifying circumstances you can imagine. It is just a beautiful love story told in the most absurd and unlovable circumstances. The performances of Murray Bartlett and Nick Offerman as Bill and Frank were fantastic. This episode made me very emotional. I was trying to hold back so many tears when I was watching it. It is just a beautiful episode. And if they're going to do more deviations from the source material in the second season and stuff like this, I really am looking forward to it. I am looking forward to feeling feelings. Another one for the plus column was the cold opens pre-credit sequences that we got in just a couple of episodes. That 1960s TV show, the scientist in Jakarta saying to bomb the city, the birth of Ellie in episode 9. I really like these. I really like that lore, world building stuff. That I would have liked to see more of it, but I thought they were awesome. They really added to the overall world of the story, and some of the bits actually really scared me. The line about what if the world got hotter scared the hell out of me. And when the scientist said, just bomb, I thought, wow, that really was amazing. The cold opens were good. And another one for the plus column was how rigidly they stuck to the source material. Now, all two of you regular viewers may know that I like deviations from source material. I like seeing different ideas and going in different directions. But the fact that they stuck so close to the games didn't hurt. Obviously, I knew what was going to happen in a lot of it, but it worked so well. And if they continue going down this route of sticking so close to the second game in the second season, I don't think it's going to hurt too much. And now we come to the minuses, the things that I don't think were bad, but did detract from this show for me. And the first one in the minus column, I'm contradicting myself already, was the fact that it stuck so close to the source material. I would have loved to have seen different directions and deviations from what happened in the games. The fact that I knew everything that was going to happen, I still enjoyed it, but I would like to see something different. Episodes like Long Time, it's why that stuck out so much for me, because it was just so unexpected and so different. Don't be afraid to try new stuff. The games are there, they're not going anywhere. We can play, if we want to see that happen again, we can play them again. The TV show doesn't need to be the same thing. You've done it now, you can go in a completely different direction. And if you do that in the second season, I'm not gonna hate it. Which then brings us into the next negative column. Those cold opens just disappeared. Why? Why did they stop? I would like to see more of it. Build your world. Build your lore. You don't need to have Joel and Ellie in every little thing that happens. We can see other characters and how they are living in this world and things that led up to it and how we've gone from the infection outbreak to 20 years later. We can see some stuff that happened in those 20 years. I would like to see more stuff. Build your world more, please. Next one in the negative column is, where did the infected go? They were just gone. You spent the first few episodes building them up as this really massive threat to humanity's existence. You had your clickers, which were awesome. That was a really good scene. You had those clickers bursting out of the ground, and then they were just gone. They were just, there was just nothing there. This threat that you're trying to cure with Ellie to get her to the hospital for the Fireflies, it feels like you've cured it already because they just disappeared. There's the whole building of if you step on the tendrils that are on the ground, every infected within a mile or whatever it is going to come running towards you. I feel like that threat has just disappeared. More infected, please. This is supposed to be a show about the end of the world, infected people, but I feel like you've cured it already. The last one for the negative column is there's less action in the show compared to the games. Now this, I guess, shouldn't really be a criticism of the show itself. The show is awesome. As I said in those plus columns, it is fantastic. I highly recommend watching it if you have played the games or you haven't played the games. But this show, I feel, is another proving point as to why we don't need literal, full-on, stuck so close to the source material adaptations of the games, because the games are so cinematic now that we've done it already. Games now have the advantage that you are experiencing it. You are the one who makes these things happen. You have the controller in your hands or the keyboard at your fingertips. You are these characters. You are the one interacting with this world. So you are doing it. Whereas the TV show is you are passively observing these actions and what the characters are doing. The advantage you have, you've experienced it. So I don't think, again, this probably ties into the negative point of sticking so close to the source material. You don't need to because everyone has already done it. So I don't know if this is criticism of the show itself. I don't think it is. But maybe a little bit more action, I guess, in the show next time, maybe. Who knows? I don't know. I mean, there wasn't that much action. I still enjoyed the show. I'm digressing and rambling already. So as a final review score for The Last of Us Season 1, I really liked it. I enjoyed it a lot. It kept me wanting to come back each week and seeing each episode on the day. I didn't feel like, oh, I can leave that till the next day. I'm not gonna, hate it if I get spoiled and stuff. I needed to see it each week. I really enjoyed it. The performances kept bringing me back in. There were some bits that, took me out of the show, which I feel can be improved upon. Is it a perfect show? Absolutely not. I feel there's stuff they can improve upon for the next season. I feel there's stuff they can change for the next season. So as a final review score, I'm going to give it a high 8.5 out of 10. And that was my review of The Last of Us Season 1. What did you think of The Last of Us Season 1? Let us know in the comments below. While you're down there, if you want to like, share, subscribe, there's buttons all down there as well. So click those if you fancy it. It's massively appreciated when you do. I'm not going to hate you if you don't. But until the next video, whatever it may be, thank you so much for watching. Take care of yourselves, take care of fellow humans, and I hope to see you all again soon.